what police told our crew at the scene.
Plus, a sad update in what is now confirmed as a deadly crash in Silsbee. We have more on who was killed, according to police chief, and who turned themselves in after a manslaughter warrant was issued.
And murder charges are dropped after a Southeast Texas man spent months in custody. Hear from him and the victim's mother on what's next. 12 News Daybreak on 12 News Plus starts now. Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for waking up with Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson.
And I'm Mark Armstrong. It's 7:01, so let's go ahead and get a first look at your weather with meteorologist Jeff Gerber as we take a live look outside from our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, taking a look at Orange. Jeff, how's that weather looking over the next couple days?
Next couple of days look great, especially Thanksgiving. We'll see highs in the middle 60s and plenty of sunshine. Starting off cooler this morning, temperatures have dropped back into the lower 50s for both Jasper and Kirbyville at about 52. Middle 50s in Silsbee at 55, 54 in Beaumont, 56 in Orange, 57 in Port Arthur, and Woodville's in the lower 50s there at about 53. Outside, we have some high-level clouds moving through. They shouldn't stick around all day long. They'll be moving out of here, and we'll see mostly sunny skies during the afternoon. Here's the view from Packard to Play. Downtown Beaumont, where we're currently showing 55 degrees on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Northeasterly winds at about 10. We can see some gusts over 20 today out of the north, and highs today will be in the upper 60s. So much cooler than the 80s we had yesterday with, like I said, some sunshine by later on this afternoon. Looks like wet weather for the weekend and into next week. We'll have that for you in our 7-day.
Thank you, Jeff. We have some breaking news from overnight. Several houses were shot at in Orange. Neighbors in the Roselawn area called 911 around midnight to report multiple gunshots. Police told our 12 News crew at the scene it doesn't appear anyone was hurt, but several homes are now riddled with bullet holes. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
And a sad update from Silsbee this morning after the police chief confirms that an 11-month-old baby is dead and a man is in jail after a crash Monday. This all happened on Highway 327. Police say that the driver of a Jeep was about to turn into a driveway when the driver of a truck hit them from behind. 2 adults and 3 children taken to the hospital. 26-year-old Austin Armstrong of Livingston, he turned himself in after an arrest warrant was issued for manslaughter. He's now in the Hardin County Jail, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
There are new fraud charges against a former Southeast Texas game warden who starred in the popular TV show Lone Star Law. We first told you about this story last month. Justin Edens's new charges are in Sabine County. His lawyer, Billy Morian Jr., tells 12 News he was indicted last week on 3 counts of false statement to obtain credit and provision with certain services. According to a probable cause affidavit, he failed to report debt on loan applications for Doge's Credit Union in 2021 and Sabine State Bank in 2022. The affidavit also says he tried to get a loan in someone else's name at Sabine State Bank in 2022. Edens turned himself in to the Sabine County Sheriff's Office last Friday. He got out the same day on bonds totaling $30,000. He also faces a similar charge out of San Augustine. 7:03 right now in Jefferson County. Prosecutors are dropping murder charges against a man, saying there isn't enough evidence to move forward.
Yeah, Norbert Freelow, he was arrested back in March in connection to Nanisha Buckner's murder in Port Arthur at the beginning of the year. And 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he is live this morning at the Jefferson County Courthouse in Beaumont with all the details in this stunning reversal. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, Mark and Tia. Back in March, Norbert Freelow was arrested by Port Arthur PD in connection with Buckner's case. Now, Buckner was shot back in January and was rushed to the hospital where she later died in Port Arthur. Freelow also accused of spending several hours with her before the shooting. The original investigation citing surveillance video, cell phone data, and gunshot residue found in his vehicle. Then on Monday, the Jefferson County's DA's office withdrew the charges against Freelow. Lead prosecutor Luke Nichols confirmed the evidence against him was not enough to take to a jury. We spoke to Freelow about all the months he spent in jail and house arrest.
It was terrible. I was around everything and everyone, and definitely crying. But I'm one time like that, and not knowing them was horrifying.
The Freelos say they're planning a press conference later today here at the courthouse and demanding a public apology from officials. 12 News asked Port Arthur Police why the department pursued murder charges against Freelo and what steps they're taking to move the case forward. Port Arthur Police Chief Tim Duroso responded to us saying, in part, the department presented evidence of a crime to a grand jury and it was true billed. And Port Arthur PD is still investigating and will continue to follow associated leads to this crime. We also heard from Buckner's mother, who says she believes that they accused the wrong man and she's devastated that justice may never be found for her daughter. Live from the Jefferson County Courthouse, Derek Jones, 12 News.
All right, Derek. Well, the city of Port Arthur is holding a special emergency meeting today surrounding its ambulance services. Council members, they're going to be considering a resolution which would allow the city manager to approve an agreement with the company City Ambulance Service. That deal would extend the company's service through December. Today's meeting starts at 8 a.m. just an hour from now. You can find a link to join it virtually on 12newsnow.com.
Across Texas, we now know when families will be able to start applying for the Texas Education Freedom Accounts program. Earlier this year, the state legislature created the program that will allow families to use thousands of dollars in state funds to send their kids to private schools. Just yesterday, the Texas Comptroller announced applications will open on February 4th. Families will be able to take advantage of the ESAs, or school vouchers, starting next school year. $1 billion is set aside for the program.
Well, some Texas drivers facing new hurdles when it comes to renewing or registering their vehicles. A sudden rule change took effect with little public warning. The DMV changed its requirements to include a current valid proof of legal status to renew or register a car. Now, that's a big change because for years, counties were allowed to accept IDs that had expired within the past year. The shift comes after pressure from a Republican lawmaker who claimed that the DMV was issuing registrations to undocumented immigrants. Some worry that this could leave thousands of people unable to register their cars or maintain insurance.
With Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday on the way, be careful. TxDOT/DPS is warning that this time of year is prime time for scammers. Luckily, DPS also shares solutions for shoppers. The agency says shop from trusted sources only. Consider using digital wallets like Apple Pay or Google Pay to help mask your real credit card details. Avoid using public Wi-Fi and be aware of deals that are too good to be true.
And as you prepare for that big, delicious, greasy meal tomorrow, you know that cleanup can be a pain, but cities across Texas are basically begging you not to pour any of your fats, oils, or grease down your drains. Cole Sullivan with our sister station in Dallas explains.
Before you ask, yes, it does smell.
Smell like money to us.
Your liquid assets end up here. Managing the flow is the mission of the Dallas Wastewater Treatment Plant.
When they turn their faucet on, they want to see water appear. When they flush their toilet, they want to see water disappear.
Daryl Poore is the superintendent of this stinky stew.
But we always tell people too, it's y'all crap. Think about how we feel.
Making poop puns is the number 2 reason we're here. Number 1 is Thanksgiving.
This time of year, we have a lot more people cooking turkeys and all that stuff.
He says pouring fats, oils, and grease from your turkey down the drain is, well, a crapshoot.
You're going to start having your sewage backing up to your own house. Now you're calling out a plumber.
Even with all this equipment, it could cause problems here too.
Grease is one of the worst things that you can have in any kind of pipe. Just like the grease in your arteries. It's not good to have that because it causes blockage.
Instead, the city wants whoever's on duty for cleanup
We have these bags.
to dump the grease in a can or container, then throw it away or bring it to a city drop-off point.
It benefits us all. It benefits us all.
And helps avoid a crappy situation for you and the people whose plumbing you depend on.
Us have to call in some of our own people who are trying to spend Thanksgiving with their families to have to come in and go out there and solve these problems.
In Dallas, I'm Cole Sullivan.
Well, Thanksgiving is top of mind in many major supermarkets. They have high value driven meal deals this year.
All of them include turkey, several sides, and a dessert for as low as $3.99 per person. So let's break it down. Walmart holiday meal can feed 10 people for under $40. The one-click meal baskets include butterball turkey, stove top stuffing, cranberries, dinner rolls, and pumpkin puree. There are also gluten-free options available. You can buy this online, in person, or have it delivered. Kroger is just a little bit pricey. You can feed 10 people for $50. In this meal deal, Kroger offers a 14 to 16-pound turkey, a 5-pound bag of potatoes, cranberries, turkey stuffing mix, and bakery fresh pumpkin pie. Shoppers can order this meal online and choose between the store pickup or a home delivery or shop in store by picking the individually marked items.
Well, the holiday baking rush is also here, but before you switch on that mixer, Consumer Reports has a look at the top tested kitchen tools to make baking easier, faster, and more enjoyable.
'Tis the season for holiday baking, but if your kitchen tools aren't up to task, Consumer Reports has the Baking Essentials Guide.
Every year, we look at hundreds of baking and cooking appliances, and we put them through some really rigorous tests. And we found that you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get a good quality small appliance.
Take stand mixers. Testers whip cream, make batches of chocolate chip cookies, and knead dough. This wearing commercial mixer comes out on top, but costs more than $800. Consider a budget-friendly option from Hamilton Beach instead. But not everyone needs a stand mixer. For less intense mixing and whipping, a good hand mixer gets the job done.
So hand mixers are ideal for whipping cream and egg whites and making cake batter and preparing sauces and gravies. Plus, if you're on a budget or you're short on space, they're less expensive and they're smaller.
CR handed the top spot to this Breville for its impressive whipping and mixing. For under $100, this KitchenAid hand mixer is also a great option. For an appliance that helps you prep and bake, a food processor is a must. For under $200, this top-scoring Cuisinart Pro can chop, slice, shred, puree, and even mix certain types of dough. For small batch baking or when you need extra space, CR says don't forget about your toaster oven.
Consider the convection setting if there is one for the most evenly baked results. Also use the lowest rack to prevent burning.
And that was Monica Robbins reporting. When it comes to the toaster baking oven, consider adjusting the temperature by about 25 degrees as toaster ovens, they tend to heat up and cook faster. And still ahead, some crafty critters take center stage in your trending news, including some wild wolves accused of theft. But first, it'll be a Thanksgiving to remember for a couple of Houston neighborhoods after two separate tornadoes. We have the latest on the damage. Your time is now 7:12. We'll be right back here on 12 News Plus.
Share your pics and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News Now app and click Share with Us. To the spot welders and forklift drivers. To the pipeline technicians and plant operators. To the chemists, custodians, and contractors. And the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now, weekdays noon, only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
This morning, the cleanup is really just beginning for dozens of Houston area families who watch tornadoes tear through their neighborhoods. The National Weather Service confirms 2 different tornadoes carved out paths across the Klein and Cypress areas Monday, damaging dozens of homes. All this as they prepare to sit down for Thanksgiving dinner. Anayeli Ruiz with our sister station has more.
In Klein, the sound of chainsaws is now the soundtrack of Thanksgiving week. Families who expected to be cooking and gathering are instead standing in front of homes they barely recognize.
I walked out the front door, and that's when we saw the whole front end of the house was gone.
Marilyn Anker was home when the storm hit. She was just getting ready to head to the store to buy everything she needed to host her family for Thanksgiving. But now those plans have changed.
Dearest family, I love you all, but my house just got hit by a tornado. I can't host.
Holiday helpers surged into the neighborhood, working long hours to clear debris and help families start over. Helpers like Abner and his crew, who says the work is tough, but he's grateful they can help in the time of need, even in a time when it seems like everything is dividing us.
What I love about Houston is it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, people show up for each other, and I think it just shows you, putting everything aside, you got to go in and help people.
The help extending to men and women in uniform, keeping damaged homes and property safe.
We are actively patrolling, so don't come in here, because you come in here and you're up to no good, we're going to catch you and we're going to arrest you and we're going to remove you from this area.
And although many families may not be hosting Thanksgiving this year, they say there's still something to be grateful for.
Possessions can be replaced, houses can be fixed, people can't.
And that was Anayeli Ruiz reporting. Constables say there are still a few homes in the dark, so they're going to continue to patrol just in case.
Outside this morning, we have some high clouds moving through. Those should be moving out of here in just a little while, and we'll see mostly sunny skies as we head towards the afternoon. Here's the view from the Horseman's Western Store over in Orange. Notice temperatures are cooler this morning. We're not in the 60s, but we're all back into the 50s. 57 showing up in Orange on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, humidity at 87%. And look at those north winds downtown, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. At Packard La Prairie, once again seeing some high-level clouds there with temperatures into the middle 50s there. Here are official temperatures around the area. 54 in Beaumont, 57 Port Arthur, and then 56 in Orange. Silsbee's at 55, and then in the lakes we're seeing lower 50s from 52 in Jasper and Kirbyville to 53 in Woodville. As we look at satellite, you can see some of those high clouds kind of working their way across southeast Texas for this morning. They're kind of in association with the showers and thunderstorms along that front that moved through yesterday. It's now pushed down towards Corpus Christi, and there's some showers and thunderstorms moving towards the Rio Grande Valley for this morning. Behind this front is a secondary front that's going to come through later on this morning. That'll kick in those winds out of the north between 15 to maybe 20 miles an hour, some gusts over 20, and we'll also see some clearing skies for this afternoon as temperatures get chilly tonight. We're expecting lows to drop off into the 40s. But for this morning, we start off in the 50s, maybe a lightweight jacket. We'll work our way up through the middle to upper 60s through the afternoon. We'll see highs close to 70, but probably not at 70 for today. Then back into the 50s this evening. Chilly 40s for the overnight hours. Might even see a few upper 30s thrown in there as well as we head towards, looks like Thanksgiving morning. Our forecast for today, though, mostly sunny. North winds at 10 to 15, highs anywhere from about 64 to 69. And then for tonight, we'll see maybe a few upper 30s in the lakes, a lot of lower 40s across the entire area. No rain expected, of course. Northeasterly winds at 5 to 10 with mostly clear skies. Thursday, Friday look great. Thanksgiving, highs in the middle 60s, plenty of sun. Nice day. Friday also. And then Saturday, I think we'll start off fairly dry, but we will see a good chance of rain and thunderstorms Saturday night going into Sunday. It's about 70% chance Saturday going into early Sunday. And look at the temperatures drop for Monday and Tuesday. We'll see highs only in the 50s for Monday and Tuesday. And once again, we'll see some scattered showers Monday and a few leftover showers as well on Tuesday.
Think that rain's going to stick around for a little while, or just too soon to say at this point?
You mean after Tuesday? Mm-hmm. No, I think it's clearing out of here after Tuesday.
Okay.
So, but hopefully we'll get a couple of inches between Saturday and Tuesday in most locations. We need the rain. It's very dry.
Better than that trace we got last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll get more than that for sure.
Come on, airport.
Yeah.
Rain over the airport.
Wow.
All right, just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. You can check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. It's 7:20 here on 12 News Plus. Time for some trending news. And when it comes to furry friends, some new research suggests that the reign of cats and dogs as pets, it may finally be coming to an end.
Can't believe we're reading this again. Raccoons are showing signs they don't mind people all that much and could easily become domesticated. An assistant professor at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock began studying the possibility while walking around campus. They're just even hard to look at. She noticed how comfortable raccoons seemed in an urban setting. Scientists even say when animals become domesticated, their features evolve, like developing shorter noses, smaller teeth, and curly tails, which seems to be what's happening with the city trash pandas. I just don't understand. I don't understand this at all.
They like humans, but here's the thing. I don't want to be on this end of domestication. I want to take a time machine to the future when they are actually domesticated. Because right now they're vicious.
I don't even know if my mind could grasp a raccoon in my house and me not trying to skedaddle it,
Get the broom, get on out of here.
It don't sit right with me.
I do know someone who kept one actually, but he never fully trusted it.
It was probably you.
It was not me. He was a guy. He was a hunter. He had a little collar on it. It was a nice little.
God.
Named Sam actually. But he never tried to pet it.
All right. Speaking of critters, an amazing discovery in British Columbia.
Yeah, some sneaky wolves apparently are to blame for a big mystery there. This video captured a hungry wolf pulling at a crab pot and grabbing the crabs, or a crab trap as I would call it. For years, folks were trying to figure out who was stealing these crabs. Well, this is also the very first time ever that wild wolves have been documented using tools like this to get a meal. What a smart little pup right there.
I was going to say, animals are smart. They probably noticed what humans do, and he put two and two together, and that's how he got his food.
He was spying on him from the woods. All right, the holiday shopping season is about to get serious, and one company is celebrating with an offer no college kid can refuse.
Yeah, Kraft Mac and Cheese has a very unique Black Friday deal. It's selling its first ever 65-inch flat screen TV Mac box. It's basically just a huge box packed with 65 smaller boxes of mac and cheese. It costs just under $20 and it's only available on Walmart.com on Black Friday. Yep, definitely a great meal for college kids.
Absolutely, it's a staple. I was more of a ramen noodles guy myself.
That's what I was going to ask you. Were you more of a mac and cheese type of guy or the noodles?
Noodles were just easier. The mac and cheese, you had to mix in that powder. That was just one step too much for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I got you. All right, 7:23 right now. Sun's out. We're looking at Jasper. Jeff will be back with your forecast.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Boma.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business. Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/Golden Apple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start,
Every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Welcome back. Coastal Marine forecast for today. A northeasterly wind at 15 to 25 knots, kicks seas to 2 to 4 feet. There is a small craft advisory in place with some choppy conditions on the inland lakes and bays. Only one high tide, that's late tonight at 9:21. Our sunrise was at 6:51. Our sunset's at 5:16 for today. Water temperatures into the middle to upper 70s. Thanksgiving forecast looking just like today. Pretty nice. No rain in the forecast. Plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the 60s for tomorrow afternoon.
And coming up on Daybreak on 12 News Plus, an orange neighborhood is shot up overnight. A look at the homes now riddled with bullets and what police told our crew at the scene.
Plus, murder charges are dropped after a Southeast Texas man spent months in custody. Hear from him and the victim's mother on what's next.
And we are checking in with a woman whose home was repaired last Thanksgiving. How help from a Southeast Texas nonprofit changed her life.
And your time this morning is 7:26. We'll have more news and weather in just a few minutes. But first, take a look at this view from the skies in Port Arthur.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Mark Armstrong.
And I'm Tia Johnson. The time now is 7:30. Let's take a look outside from our Roofing 911 Sky Cam and Network, looking at the skies of PA. Now let's look at Jeff.
Look at him. Hey, Jeff.
Good morning. It is cool out there this morning. You might want to grab a lightweight jacket as temperatures have dropped back down into the 50s. We're about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than we were yesterday at this time. So you can see 52 right now in Jasper and Kirbyville, 53 in Woodville, 55 in Silsbee. Beaumont's at 54, 56 in Orange, and then 57 right now in Port Arthur. You can see skies are filled with these high-level clouds, and we're going to see these probably for a little while this morning, and then they'll start to clear out. And you can see over in Orange at the Horseman's Western Shore, we're currently in the 50s there as well on our Roofing 911 Live Sky Cam Network. And we're seeing a north wind. That north wind will continue today between about 5 to 15, maybe some gusts over 20. So it's going to be a little breezy, cooler today. Instead of the 80s like we've been seeing, we're going to see temperatures today only into the upper 60s. And we're going to see 60s again on Thanksgiving going into Friday as well. For the weekend, rain returns. We'll have a look at that coming up in weather.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Now to some breaking news from overnight. Several houses were shot at in Orange. Neighbors in the Roselawn area called 911 around midnight to report multiple gunshots. Police told our 12 News crew at the scene it doesn't appear anyone was hurt, but several homes are now riddled with bullet holes. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Well, a sad update from Silsbee this morning after the police chief there confirms that an 11-month-old baby is dead and a man is in jail after a crash Monday. This happened on Highway 327. Now, police say that the driver of a Jeep was about to turn into a driveway when the driver of a truck hit them from behind. 2 adults and 3 children were taken to the hospital. 26-year-old Austin Armstrong of Livingston, he turned himself in after an arrest warrant was issued for manslaughter. He is now in the Hardin County Jail, and we're going to keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
There are new fraud charges against a former Southeast Texas game warden who starred in the popular TV show Lone Star Law. We first told you about this story last month. Justin Edens's new charges are in Sabine County. His lawyer Billy Morian Jr. tells 12 News he was indicted last week on 3 counts of false statement to obtain credit and provision with certain services. According to a probable cause affidavit, he failed to report debt on loan applications for Doge's Credit Union in 2021 and Sabine State Bank in 2022. The affidavit also says he tried to get a loan in someone else's name at Sabine State Bank in 2022. Edens turned himself in to the Sabine County Sheriff's Office late last Friday. He got out the same day on bonds totaling $30,000. He also faces a similar charge out of San Augustine. In Jefferson County, prosecutors are dropping murder charges against a man, saying there isn't enough evidence to move forward.
Yeah, Norbert Freelow, he was arrested in March in connection to Nanisha Buckner's murder in Port Arthur. And 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he's live this morning at the Jefferson County Courthouse in Beaumont, where those charges were dropped. Derek?
Mark and Tia, back in March, Port Arthur PD arrested Mr. in association with Buckner's death. The original investigation cited surveillance video, cell phone data, and gunshot residue found in Freelow's vehicle. Then on Monday, the Jefferson County DA's office withdrew those charges. Prosecutor Luke Nichols confirmed to 12 News the evidence against him were not enough to take him to jury. Sharon Shelvin, Buckner's mother, believes police botched the case. She believes she wants to find out who is responsible.
From the beginning, my story has been, and it's still going to be my story, that all I want is justice for the person who did it.
12 News asked Port Arthur Police why the department pursued murder charges against Freelow and what steps they're taking to move this case forward. Port Arthur Police Chief Tim Durso responded to us saying, in part, the department presented evidence of a crime to grand jury and that was true billed. And Port Arthur PD is still investigating and will continue to follow associated leads to this crime. The Freelows are planning a press conference later today here at the courthouse in order to get an apology from officials. Live from Beaumont, Derek Jones, 12 News.
Across the nation this morning, the FBI is attempting to schedule interviews with 6 Democratic lawmakers who made a video saying troops should not obey illegal orders. Sources tell ABC News. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio in Washington with the details.
This morning, the FBI requesting interviews with these 6 Democratic lawmakers. Multiple sources familiar with the situation tell ABC News.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
President Trump initially accused these 6 lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death after they recorded a message telling service members they should not follow illegal orders.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
Lawmakers said Tuesday they were contacted by the FBI to begin scheduling interviews, signaling a possible inquiry into the matter.
The president's reaction and the use of the FBI against us is exactly why we made the video. He believes in using the federal government against his perceived adversaries.
The same week, the Pentagon announced it would launch a review into veteran and Senator Mark Kelly, one of the Democratic members of Congress in the video. The retired Navy captain flew 39 combat missions in Iraq before going on to become an astronaut.
Every one of us has First Amendment speech rights, and I think the president is infringing on those. And he is sending a pretty strong message. You do not want to cross him, and your loyalty should be to him. It should not. It should always be to the Constitution.
ABC spoke to retired 4-star General Wesley Clark about the investigations.
There's a lot of heat in Congress right now. There's a lot of unhappiness in this country. President Trump's approval ratings are down. But I think, the uniform military doesn't want to be part of that, shouldn't be part of that.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
The Justice Department is acknowledging that Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem made the decision to allow deportation flights to El Salvador to continue despite a judge's order. Now, the court filing comes after a federal judge announced last week that he is moving forward with his criminal contempt inquiry to find out which administration officials were responsible for flouting his orders. The case involves President Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act in order to speed up deportations of alleged members of a Venezuelan gang. The judge ordered the deportation flights to turn around, but they continued, according to the court filing. Noem received legal advice from top Justice Department officials regarding the court's order. That's when Noem directed the detainees who had been removed before the order could be sent to El Salvador.
Back here at home, 12 News is revisiting a Beaumont woman we spoke to this time last year. Mary Smith got to walk into a newly renovated home last Thanksgiving week. Her home was left with storm damage in 2024 and her insurance wouldn't cover the expenses, but a nonprofit stepped in and helped make repairs for free. 12 News reporter Cameron Burchett has an update on Smith's journey.
I feel wonderful. I really do.
Beaumont woman Mary Smith started noticing soft spots in her floor in 2024, but didn't realize how extensive the damage was until her son visited.
And what really scared me is that when he was leaving out, he was walking out and he fell through the floor. And that was very scary.
Smith immediately called her insurance, but she didn't get the help she was hoping for.
And they told me that it wasn't really anything that they could do.
Instead, her agent led her to Michelle Brewer, the director of the Jefferson County Long-Term Recovery Group. The group is dedicated to assisting families after disasters.
So we knew that we had to help her.
However, Mary needed help to apply.
Well, I'm legally blind. I said, so can you just send me the application, mail it to me, and I can get someone to help me? She said, no, I could come and help you to fill it out if you don't mind. I said, no, I sure don't. I said, that'd be a blessing.
With help from Brewer, she was told she'd hear back from them in a few weeks.
It was like about 3 to 4 days.
We tore out all the subfloor and replaced it, and then replaced her floorings to make her home safe, sanitary, and secure.
Crews replaced the flooring in every room of her home. Mary stayed out for nearly 4 weeks, but made it back in time for Thanksgiving.
I guess a person would have to really be in my shoes to understand why I am so grateful for the things that have happened to me.
Smith says the help restored not just her home, but her peace. Today, she walks through every room with confidence, grateful for neighbors, volunteers, and community members who stepped up to help when she needed it most.
And I am very, truly blessed. I thank God every day.
If you'd like to read more about the Long-Term Recovery Group, there will be a link on our website. In studio, Cameron Burchett, 12 News.
Beaumont Fire Department is now hiring cadets with no certification required. No EMT or fire training needed if you have the heart and drive. The department provides a full academy training and EMT school. Certified cadets, they can also apply. This is a chance to join a team that is offering paid training, strong benefits, and real opportunities for growth. So apply by November 29th. That civil service exam is December 1st. Visit the Beaumont Fire Department's website to apply.
The city of Port Arthur is holding a special emergency meeting today surrounding its ambulance services. Council members will consider a resolution which would allow the city manager to approve an agreement with the company that owns city ambulance service. The deal would extend the company's service through December. Today's meeting starts at 8 a.m. You can find a link to join virtually on 12newsnow.com.
And still ahead here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus, it's time for a tasty debate. We are playing Which One Do You Prefer? Thanksgiving edition, debating some of the holiday's most popular main dishes and sides. We'll be right back.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
We're back with another busy travel day getting underway. If yesterday was the busiest day for air travel, today will only be slightly better. But the weather is not helping in some parts. Here's ABC's Reno Roy.
This morning, severe storms causing treacherous travel conditions for the Thanksgiving rush. Weather warnings issued across the region with up to 9 inches of snow possible from North Dakota to Michigan. In the south, torrential rain and thunderstorms slamming several states. This tractor trailer veering off I-95 in Chesterfield County, Virginia, exploding into a fireball. Southbound lanes shut down for hours, the driver now facing reckless driving charges. At Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, the air traffic control tower had to partially evacuate over concerns about a possible tornado.
The tower is evacuating and going down to minimal staffing due to a possible tornado over the airport.
The skies darkening, but no tornado reported. Meanwhile, today, powerful wind gusts are expected from Chicago to Cleveland, which could cause delays at airports already packed with holiday crowds.
Very, very busy. It's very busy right now.
As for the roughly 73 million people hitting the roads this Thanksgiving, some good news. Gas prices have dropped below $3 a gallon in these 29 states, nearly the lowest prices in 4 years.
OPEC has continued to increase or restore oil production for much of this year. So as we get closer to Christmas, I think the news will continue to improve.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
7:45 now on this Wednesday morning as temperatures are cooling down into the 50s this morning. 52 right now in Jasper and Kirbyville and 53 in Woodville. Middle 50s through Silsbee and Beaumont at 55, 56 in Orange, and then currently 57 in Port Arthur. Sun is up and we still have some high clouds filtering out some of that sunshine, but those should move out a little bit later on today as we're expecting to see mostly sunny skies through the afternoon. Already seeing a little bit more in the way of some sunshine up towards Jasper. This camera brought to you by Provalis on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, so not looking too bad up there to start the day. We have two fronts on the map, one that went through yesterday. It's still producing some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially across extreme South Texas there down towards the Rio Grande Valley. Then we have a secondary front that's going to be coming through a little bit later on this morning. That will clear out some of these clouds we have working their way up the coast and also keep us fairly cool today with temperatures into the middle to upper 60s. So we'll look at our futurecast and show some clouds moving through till about lunchtime and then starting to clear out a little bit as we get into the afternoon. Temperatures up into the middle to upper 60s for today, and then we fall back into the 50s as we head towards this evening. Eventually 40s. We're expecting a chilly start as we head towards your Thanksgiving morning. A lot of lower 40s, maybe some upper 30s thrown in as well as we start off tomorrow morning. Forecast for today, though, just mostly sunny. North winds at 10 to 15 and highs anywhere from the middle to upper 60s across southeast Texas. For tonight, mostly clear. It's going to get chilly. Temperatures there into the lower 40s, maybe some upper 30s, maybe cold weather up there towards northern end of Jasper and Newton County. And should be okay overnight going into your Thursday. Of course, Thursday, Thanksgiving, looks pretty good there at 65. Same deal for Friday. We start off very chilly in the lower 40s, and we'll see highs once again into the middle 60s for Friday. After we get past Friday, we flip the switch over to some wetter weather as we head towards Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Looks like probably our best bet for seeing some measurable rainfall is going to be Saturday night late going into Sunday. We could see some heavy rainfall here and maybe a few thunderstorms. You notice a 72 on Saturday, and then here comes the cooler air, 64 on Sunday. It highs only in the 50s on Monday and Tuesday with scattered showers. It definitely looks not the greatest on Monday and Tuesday of next week, but at least we're getting some cooler air in here. We've been wanting some cooler air, and hopefully the rain that we get over the weekend and early next week will add up to maybe a couple of inches and help us out a little bit as far as our deficit is concerned.
Not by much, though, but I hope it all falls at the airport so we can really put it towards that deficit.
Yeah, we're over 12 inches behind out the airport,
wow.
So hopefully we'll catch a couple inches.
We'll see. All right, thank you, Jeff.
You bet.
Well, this morning we are looking ahead to the McFadden Ward House's Holiday Open House, and that annual event, it brings the sights and sounds of the Christmas season here to southeast Texas, and there is plenty to enjoy. There's going to be refreshments, live music, carolers, and Santa's workshop for the kiddos. There's even a decadent dinner party this year. This free event, it's happening Saturday and Sunday, December 6th and 7th. It's from 5 to 7 p.m. All ages are welcome. The McFadden Ward House is located on Calder Avenue in Beaumont in Old Town.
And the Salvation Army at 1094 McFadden in Beaumont is serving a Thanksgiving meal today starting at 5 p.m. Meals will be served until they run out.
All right, well, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and we all have that favorite dish that we can't wait for the table.
Yep, this morning we're kicking off a fun food debate with a which one do you prefer game, judging some iconic Thanksgiving sides and of course the main dish. First up, dressing or stuffing.
What's the difference?
I don't know because I don't eat either one.
Okay, producer says one is made with cornbread, the other does not. I think of stovetop stuffing. Now, my Louisiana background, we had something over from New Orleans called oyster dressing, and it is delicious. Just a little bit of oyster seasoning, basically.
I think I've heard of like seafood dressing. I probably can get jiggy with that, but I don't.
No
I don't
seafood
think so.
in it now. Just keep that in mind. Just the flavor, basically. Just adds a little kick to it.
I feel like I've seen somebody put shrimp in it.
Okay, they're messing up.
At least I think. Again, I don't eat it, so all right. But stuffing tends to be the more popular choice nationwide, especially in the Northeast and Midwest. However, in the South, dressing is more common, often made with cornbread for a richer, slightly crumbly texture. Some surveys and polls have shown stuffing is the overall favorite. All right.
All right, next up, is it gravy or cranberry sauce? I take debate on that, actually. I think those are two different things for two different things.
That's
right there.
true.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be putting a bunch of cranberry sauce over my turkey and mashed potatoes. That's
Right.
the gravy right there. I like them both, just personally.
Well, because then, like you say, you can use gravy. You might need that mashed potatoes and gravy.
That's right. First of all, the way it's presented there on the screen, sliced up like that, that's sacrilegious in my view.
Okay.
Okay, moving along then. In 2019, a survey by YouGov, about 80% of Americans say that they enjoy gravy on Thanksgiving. Gravy tends to top the list of most loved Thanksgiving items, likely because it pairs well with so many dishes. Cranberry sauce, on the other hand, was favored by about 60% of Americans, according to the same survey. I think a cranberry sauce is a little dessert as you eat your Thanksgiving dinner.
Whatever you
Whatever
say. I don't have
say.
a dog in that fight. I mean, I do. I don't do the cranberry sauce, but
I don't blame you.
yeah. Okay, next up, sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
There's no difference. They all taste the same. I'll put 5 on that if you think you can do a blind taste test.
I look forward to my mom's cheesecake. She does a key lime pie and cheesecake pie. Everybody in the family go crazy for that. So I would skip both.
I like
But-
both. I like pumpkin and sweet potato pie. They're both great.
And you say they taste the same.
I think they taste the same. I think they use the same seasoning when they make them.
Okay, well, pumpkin pie consistently takes the crown as the favorite Thanksgiving dessert for most Americans. A 2018 YouGov survey found that about 55% of people prefer pumpkin pie, while only 20% chose sweet potato pie.
Yum.
All right, we'll be right back with more news and weather in just a bit.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
Welcome back to Daybreak, 7:54 right now. That means it's time for your morning rush out.
Here's everything you need to know as you start your day. Several houses were shot at overnight in Orange. Neighbors in the Roselawn area called 911 around midnight to report multiple gunshots. Police told our 12 News crew at the scene it doesn't appear anyone was hurt. Several homes are now riddled with bullet holes. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Silsbee's police chief confirms an 11-month-old baby is dead and a man is in jail after a crash Monday on Highway 327. Police say that the driver of a Jeep was about to turn when the driver of a truck hit them from behind. 2 adults and 3 children were taken to the hospital. 26-year-old Austin Armstrong of Livingston, he turned himself in after an arrest warrant was issued for manslaughter. He's in the Hardin County Jail this morning.
Jefferson County prosecutors are dropping murder charges against Norbert Freelo, saying there isn't enough evidence to move forward. He was arrested in March in connection to Donisha Buckner's murder. She was shot and killed in January. Freelo spent months in jail before bonding out, and Buckner's mom says police botched the case. She still wants to know who's responsible. PAPD continues to investigate.
And it's cooler today. Temperatures starting off in the 50s. We'll get up only into the upper 60s today. And then for Thanksgiving and Friday, we'll be in the middle 60s for highs, and lows will be well down in the 40s. Then we start to see the wet weather move in late Saturday going into Sunday, and then again Monday into Tuesday. Periods of some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms Saturday night as temperatures cool back into the 50s for highs on Monday and Tuesday.
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas at the Texas State Capitol. This beautiful 28-foot Virginia pine arrived yesterday. The House Speaker's office says it was brought in from Denison in North Texas. The tree was hand carried into the House chamber, where it will be on display during the holiday season.
Would be a great time to visit the Capitol in Austin to see all those Christmas decorations.
Is it safe to say it's time, Jeff? I know you're big on that. Are we doing it too early?
After tomorrow, you're good.
After tomorrow, so they're moving too fast.
Government's moving too fast. I don't believe that.
It's not decorated yet. They're just putting it up.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Okay, good point, Jeff. Thanks so much for watching Daybreak here on 12 News Plus.
We'll be back here at midday at 11 a.m.
Have a great day, everybody.